We dream, but at least at the start, I may dream. Maybe Maggie will continue the dream. But when we put stuff in place, it doesn't matter whether we achieve it or not. Somebody can take it from there. So it's been long years since 1920, Firestone Bay, 1920, and we don't have a tire factory, neither a plastic bag factory, and that's a long time. Our parents died. Our generation, our orientation, we live, for me, I live everywhere. I live in London, Paris, Monte Carlo, New York, Miami. So we have to make sure that for all of us to benefit, we got to help each other to grow. If not, you can do it.
Liberia is one of the oldest when it comes to rubber production. I told you, Firestone was established in 1926. They are 98 years, but Firestone has not utilized up to 60% of the land that they have. And in fact, we have problem with Firestone because it hasn't been able to provide the kind of incentive to workers. In fact, in the entire Firestone plantation, the workers don't have electricity, they don't have access to water. 98 years with about almost 411 acres of land that is still underdeveloped. And we believe 98 years, not even a tire or gloves that are no manufacturing. They also depend largely on private rubber plantations to supply them, and they claim to add value. But the value addition is just taking what we call a coagulum and cutting them into pieces. So we are now very anxious to see investors, and I think there's a possibility that we'll begin to add value. Adding value, besides Firestone, there are other rubber plantations that could provide latex to be able to manufacture gloves. And I mean, by now we should be doing that. For a number of years, Firestone have been over there. And so we are open to other opportunities. As a matter of fact, when we took over, there was an executive order banning the export of rubber to allow the so-called potential investors into value addition. But we found out that they were depriving the farmers of access to better products when we have no real value addition. So we would like to see value addition. And in fact, when you add value, you begin to produce something. There are a lot of farmers who will be willing to sell their rubber to that corporate entity that will begin to manufacture. We are eager to, we thought by now Firestone was an American company until they sold over to Bristol, which we don't know whether it's still an American company, but that's, so we have a